Hey everyone, and welcome back. I'm Anton, and in this video, we're going to be taking a look at my top 10 must-have Nintendo Switch accessories for the original and OLED model. These are all accessories that I would highly recommend for any Switch owner and should enhance your gaming experience. Many of these accessories should technically work with a Nintendo Switch Lite, but it won't be the main focus of the video. But if you would like to see a dedicated video taking a look at Nintendo Switch Lite accessories, definitely let me know. Anyways, before we begin, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to see future videos heading your way, and let's get started. The Nintendo Switch dock isn't very travel friendly. It's quite large and honestly not very portable. However, if you are looking for a better solution, there are many third-party docks on the market which can accomplish the same task as the official Nintendo one, and can even be cheaper in some cases. This one I have here is the Kiwi Home Portable Dock. It's very compact and extremely simple to set up. It produces a colorful, crisp image, and the fact that it's the size of the Nintendo Switch power adapter is honestly quite amusing. However, one reason this gets the 10th spot on the list is that certain third-party docks can brick your console. Now, I haven't had any issues whatsoever with this one I have here, but the reports were coming out quite a long time ago after the 5.0.0 update, and most of the issues were specifically with Nyko docks. I would definitely say if you do want to get one, do your research and buy a good one such as the Kiwi Home one, and don't buy a very cheap one because that's probably where most of the issues arrive from. Overall, that's why the portable Nintendo Switch dock gets the 10th spot on the list. The current Nintendo Switch does not have the ability to pair up wireless headphones and earbuds. It does have a headphone jack, unlike my iPhone, but does not support any wireless connections other than controllers. However, there is an easy way to fix this, and it's all to do with this. This is a Bluetooth USB-C transceiver. It allows you to easily sync up any earbuds or headphones to your console. This one I have here is the GullyKit Root Air Pro Bluetooth adapter. It's very simple to set up, and you can even connect it with a special dongle to your dock. It even has a microphone that you can place in the headphone jack as well. So it's essentially adding functionality that the Nintendo Switch otherwise lacks. And there are tons of different ones available, which all vary in size and features available, but I would say one is definitely a necessity nonetheless. But in my test, this one here is a very good option, and you can check it out in the description down below. And that's why it gets the 9th spot on the list. Of course, the best thing about the Switch is the ability to play on the TV whenever you like. It's always super convenient and takes no time at all for the picture to appear on your display. However, when it comes to the dock itself, it can cause scratches on the Switch's screen. But there is an accessory that can fix this issue entirely. These are dock sock covers, which can slide into the front of the dock, allowing for a more safer sliding experience for your system. These come in a variety of colors and patterns, which allow you to customize your dock. They're all very easy to remove and insert, meaning that you can change them every so often, which is what I do. These ones here are made by ActivePatch, which were kind enough to send me them my way, as well as creating a custom Anton Retro cover that looks amazing. But overall, this is an accessory that I would highly recommend any Switch owner have, and that's why it gets the 8th spot on the list. Now, if you're like me and you love collecting physical Nintendo Switch games, you'll end up with a lot of cartridges all over the place. These cases definitely look nice, but they are quite annoying to open up every time you want to play a certain game and when you want to put away a game. So if you are in this situation, I recommend getting a cartridge case such as these ones. This one I have here is a smaller, cheaper plastic case that can hold up to 24 games. And this one I have here is made of softer, more high quality materials and can hold up to 80 game cards, which I think is much more than I'll ever need. They are wonderful to bring along when you go traveling and even when playing games in your own home. I'd recommend the 80 game card one as it's much higher quality and can protect your game cards a lot better Though if you do just want a small one, this one here does fit that bill, even if it does not offer the same protection. Overall, this is an accessory that is a must-have if you're going the physical game route, and that's why it gets the 7th spot on the list. Now if you are the complete opposite and love to buy digital games, you're going to need a micro SD card. The Switch comes with 32GB of internal storage with the Switch OLED, doubling that amount to 64. However, you'll find that you'll exceed that amount very quickly. So that's why a 128GB SD card is probably what I would recommend to keep all of your software on. I have tons of games on it, and they all pretty much vary in size. Now, the games I'm buying are exclusive eShop games. I usually like to buy most of my games physically, but definitely I think if you're gonna go and buy those big AAA games like Breath of the Wild and Super Smash Bros. Digitally, you'll definitely need an even larger card, such as 256, 512, or even larger. So that's why I do recommend buying a micro SD card, as it will be extremely helpful for those digital purposes. And that's why it gets the 6th spot on the list. Now, if you've been around on the Nintendo Switch scene for quite a while, you probably know that the Joy-Con aren't the best pieces of engineering. Sure, they do function, but drift, among other factors, don't make them the most desirable controller. So that's why I recommend getting a pair of third-party Joy-Cons, as they really do make a huge difference, as some like this one from Joy-Sky Power, and even this one from Binbok have completely different analog sticks, a different form factor, and no drift in sight. Now, because they are an unofficial Nintendo product, they do lack a few quality of life things and features such as HD Rumble, the IR sensor, which I don't think any game really used, the NFC reader and writer, and they do lack the sleekness and design that the official Nintendo products do have. And I would say if you specifically play in handheld mode, these are a great thing to have. And that's why it gets the 5th spot on the list. The overall form factor of the Switch isn't very nice. Sure, it's sleek, but honestly, compared to the Switch Lite, it doesn't feel all that ergonomic. But this problem is easily fixable with the use of grips that can make the console more comfortable to hold, as well as creating more sturdier build that can hold the Joy-Con firmly in place. And depending on the design and color, it can give your system a whole new look. There are many different kinds, such as the Satisfy ones, the clear plastic, and of course rubber ones, like the one I have. The rubber ones can specifically be a lifesaver if you happen to drop your system. I guess the most annoying thing is that they don't really fit in the dock, which requires you to remove it, which I guess, depending on which cover you have, may or may not be a hassle. But it's still a great accessory that I recommend you have, and that's why it gets the 4th spot on the list. Now, we talked a bit about travel accessories in this video, but there is one accessory that is a must if you bring your console everywhere, and that is a travel case. There are many different ones available, with some being extremely large, having a lot of protection and multiple sections everywhere to store many of the accessories even discussed in this video. But to me, having a small one that can store a few games and a few other things is really all you need. And I usually pack up all the other stuff in other bags anyways, as I like to have the main console with me at all times while I'm waiting for something. And even if you don't travel and want a good way to bring your system and a few games with you from one place to the next, I highly recommend getting a travel case. And there are even different designs, such as the Animal Crossing one, and there's even a cool Mario red one as well, so you definitely find some really cool ones. And that's why I highly recommend getting a travel case, and why it gets the 3rd spot on the list. Next up is one accessory that is a must for any Switch owner, and that is a screen protector. The Switch's screen is just made of plastic and easily scratchable, and you pretty much only get one of them. That's why a screen protector is a very important accessory to have. It not only serves as a protector, but can make the device feel a lot higher quality, as well as make the touchscreen feel much better to use. And this is very important if you love to play games like Super Mario Maker that use the touchscreen a lot. There are many different ones available on the market, but I would say that if you do have the money, a glass tempered screen protector is what I would recommend, as the official Nintendo one from Hori, such as like the plastic one, is quite poor in quality, and plastic ones and stuff that are a bit cheaper might leave unwanted residue behind if removed at some point. But overall, this is an accessory that is a necessity to have, and honestly, I would say definitely get a screen protector. They're not very expensive, even some of the more high-end ones, so I would definitely say this is a must-have Nintendo Switch accessory, and that's why it gets the second spot on the list. And finally, the number one must-have Nintendo Switch accessory that I recommend any Switch owner have is the Nintendo Switch Pro Controller. This is a literal game changer from the Joy-Con. It feels more comfortable, gives you a better gaming experience, and removes Joy-Con issues like drift entirely. It's my go-to controller. It's easy to connect, it has all the features such as HD Rumble, NFC Reader and Writer, and an incredible battery life. It's Nintendo's quality at its finest, with an incredible build. And that definitely reflects on the price. Most Switch games do support it, however a few outliers such as Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, Super Mario Party, and of course Ring Fit Adventure do not support it. Now if the Pro Controller is a bit out of your budget, there are plenty of third-party and even licensed controllers available on the market, from ones like 8BitDo to the Hori ones, and even Power 8 controllers. And there are even some awesome ones from EasySMX which are very affordable and are of good build quality. They have small ones like the 4108 and even larger ones like the YS06. But overall, I recommend getting a Pro Controller in some capacity, especially if you love to play docked, as it really gives you a much better gaming experience. And also, you can use the Pro Controller on other platforms as well, such as PC and stuff, as it is a Bluetooth controller, so that's another added benefit of that controller. Anyways, that's about it for the video. I hope you all did enjoy it, and if you did, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to see future videos heading your way, and remember, you can find all of these products in the description down below, and let me know if you have any of them, or which ones you are planning to get in the future. And with that, I will see you all in the next one.